Hello, writers. Come write with me. My name is Michaela Greenwood. I create worlds for mind adventures. Welcome to my channel, Write with Michaela. I'm very excited to have you here on my channel. So don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you can go on this journey with me. Today is story time, or the day of our chapter exchange. I think the camera is crooked. Is that better? Okay. Today is the day of our chapter exchange. So if you're writing with me and you wish to exchange chapters, then send your chapter with written permission to writewithmichaela@gmail.com. No spaces. And I will post the email address at the end of the video and in the description below. I'm looking forward to reading your chapters from any of the shared plots. All chapters are writing prompts read on the channel, whether they are mine or another writer's work, are copyright protected material, and no one may use any part in writing their own stories. Story is PG-13, so if you're under 13 years of age, you need parental guidance. The story is in its rough draft stage, just as the last stories and writing prompts we've heard. The title of this story is Princess Emnorawyn Stygerguard. And today we are reading chapter 30. If you would like to read along, then send to the email address I stated earlier and request a PDF of the chapter. Make sure you are specific. And reading along would help too, because I'm sure when YouTube does the transcript, they don't spell things correctly. So, not that there's not mistakes or errors in my thing, but at least you would kind of see how I spelled Emnorawyn or Stygerguard, those kinds of things. So feel free to ask for a PDF. Now, Princess Emnorawyn Stygerguard, Chapter 30, It's Not Over. Some landed in the kingdom, and most landed around it. They posted their scouts around the north part of the wall, and the kings wanted to meet and discuss things. They knew the animal people could come and attack, but the animal people wouldn't be as organized without the kings. Princess Emnorawyn and Prince Hadley mostly just listened, until Princess Emnorawyn's magical balls in the two kingdoms alerted her. She looked up and around. Is the same true for King Balbatos? The kings paused their discussion and looked at her. Sizemore said, "Who are you talking to?" "My own magic," replied Princess Emnorawyn. "King Cronus put some of his hair and skin. I don't know how he got the skin. He put his hair and skin in a mudman. He must have used some magic as well, because he was sitting in his kingdom during the battle, and he was watching our battle. Whatever the mudman with his hair and skin saw, he saw." "And the same is true for King Zogarman?" asked Sizemore. "Yes, I left magical balls in both kingdoms. My magic said that King Cronus taught this to the other two." The kings and Sizemore exchanged glances. They said in unison, "Then this is not over." King Rhyme said, "No, our hope was too high." King Cronte said, "Yes, but your eyes don't usually deceive you. Mine did today. I saw animal people with my commander's face. And then my soldiers told me that our enemy had no more dragons, but they had a dragon that looks like the famous Stygerguard." "Stygerguard said they somehow used his blood to make the creature," put in Princess Emnorawyn. "Yes," started Prince Hadley. "When we escaped the first battle, animal people followed the trail of blood Commander Offerton left, when we didn't even know the enemy had hit him. Later, the gorilla man jumped at Stygerguard and left deep gashes. They had the blood, or could have had the blood, of both. After I realized that, I didn't look at the faces of any more animal people, because I didn't want to see the soldiers we left and did not bury." Silence fell around the circle. Most realized that they couldn't bury the ones left because the animal people would have returned. Moreover, they floated away in bubbles that they didn't control, and animal people feasted on many carcasses. After a bit, King Trufflemore said, "I was afraid of that. That is magic, but it is a dark magic. I guess science alone could not defeat the magic, even though I don't think magic has blossomed to its fullest potential yet, and we are still many years or furlongs behind. But dark magic is," started King Rhymes. He looked at Sizemore. "It has a source," replied Sizemore. He put a hand on Princess Emnorawyn's shoulder. "Dear, your magical ball is exploring or mapping the enemy's fortress. Tell your magic to find the dark magic." She nodded her head. "I think it knows, because there is an area where it doesn't want to go. I told it didn't have to go there." "Was this in King Cronus's fortress?" asked King Trufflemore. "Yes," replied Princess Emnorawyn. "Do you have copies of the notes here from what you got there?" asked King Trufflemore. "I want to show you some things." Princess Emnorawyn didn't have the pages, but she felt she could recreate them again. She sat down and looked in her pouch. She had 3 magical balls left. She pulled one out. Sizemore put his hand over hers. "Do you not have any magic on your own within you? Have you not been able to replenish? This is a reserve." Princess Emnorawyn looked in his eyes. She felt within herself and put the ball back in the pouch. Prince Hadley walked off a few feet. He wanted to make a few more magical balls himself while the princess worked. Princess Emnorawyn successfully recreated the pages. King Trufflemore looked at the pages and then showed the other kings and Sizemore the decorated edges. He told them that this was the script for the dark magic. His advisors had told him about it, and he remembered that his wife's mother's great aunt had turned to dark magic. They had a few books in their secret library, but most were scared to touch the books. He offered to let Princess Emnorawyn come and look at them. Started Princess Emnorawyn. She looked at her father and then her grandfather. "Princess Emnorawyn has 2 teachers," stated Sizemore. "Myself and his wife." He motioned to King Cronte. "We must accompany her." King Trufflemore nodded. They arranged things and everyone headed to their prospective places. King Cronte would send Prince Hadley with his wife as soon as possible. When they arrived in Colchist Kingdom, King Trufflemore's kingdom, Princess Emnorawyn went to see Princess Ezerise to check on her progress. Once Prince Hadley and Queen Lachrady arrived, King Trufflemore showed them to the secret library. Just opening the door, Princess Emnorawyn felt very cold, and at the same time she felt like the air was squeezing her, and her chest was tight. Several soldiers with torches proceeded into the dark room. There was a small table in the room with some old rickety chairs. The dust and spiderwebs were thick in the room. A soldier led a prophet down a dark tunnel. The prophet carried a ring of keys. Princess Emnorawyn heard the keys click in the lock, and she heard a heavy door creak open. Soon the prophet came back with the book, which he had wrapped in a thick cloth. Sizemore and Queen Lachrady advised Princess Emnorawyn to use her gloves when she touched the book and turned pages. The prophet agreed. More of the decorated script filled the book, but it wasn't around the edges. It was pages full with row after row of script. Princess Emnorawyn didn't know how to read the script, but she dutifully looked at the first page and closed her eyes to read it. Instead of words, she saw fiery scenes. She jumped back in the chair. Sizemore motioned to the prophet to close the book. He didn't understand, but he dutifully closed it. Everyone in the circle waited for Princess Emnorawyn to open her eyes. When she opened her eyes, she looked down at the book to turn the page. "I'm sorry, Emnorawyn," stated Sizemore. "I shouldn't have let you try to read the book, because you can't unsee what you saw." Princess Emnorawyn looked at her grandfather for a few minutes. Then she said quietly, "Dark magic is much stronger than the magic I know, but it has a high cost as well." No one said anything. Princess Emnorawyn went to open the book to the next page. Queen Lachrydie took the prophet's cloth and held the book closed. "We will not ask you to risk your soul so we can beat our enemies. Tell us about the high cost." Princess Emnorawyn told them that while the hair and skin were some physical things, there was something else added from the person, almost like the very air which combined with the mud and ashes to make a person. They all considered that, especially Prince Hadley. He wondered if what he felt at the end of the battle had been something similar. Then the prophet put the book away. They left the chamber. For now they all decided there was nothing else they could do but have their scouts watch for activity. All the guests left. As they flew home, Princess Emnorawyn thought through the scenes the book gave her, and through the information she gathered from her magical ball. She decided to call both balls home, because she wasn't sure she wanted them around the dark magic. She didn't want the dark magic to somehow detect her and start taking her air. King Cronte and his son flew to King Rhyme's refuge after his wife and son returned to his refuge, and he spoke with them. He was very concerned. They both were grateful that King Trofimor seemed to be an ally, and he shared what he had, but they both thought they needed to bring the battle to King Cronus's fortress, if that was where the source was. They asked Princess Emnorawyn if she could tell them about the pictures she saw. Princess Emnorawyn said she wanted to see if she could recreate the moving pictures on the wall like she had recreated the pages, and they encouraged her to try. They made sure they had all the prophets and advisors from King Rhymes in the room first. They even asked the commanders to come in. At first nothing happened, and then they saw a pit open up, but the lava that spit up was not red or black or gray. It was a bright blue color, and vapors floated through the room. King Rhymes waved his hand in the air and moved some vapors. He looked at his father, and his father put his finger to his lips. Apparently, this was an effect of the magic. The air in the chamber became thick and wet, and everyone was sweating profusely. Still, they watched the pictures. A podium rose up on the far side of the pit, and it held a book. They saw a man in blue robes solemnly approach the podium and open the book. He started speaking words they didn't understand, but the vapors became thicker, and they started touching figures in front of the pit, which none in the chamber had noticed before. The vapors animated the figures, and the eyes of the figures soaked up some of the vapors. Suddenly the whole cave with the pit shook, and part of the ceiling collapsed into the pit. The blue lava splashed over the edge and burned the lower part of the figures. The figures sank down as more and more of their souls burned. When that happened, everyone in the room jumped back. Many put their hands over their hearts. The pictures vanished from the wall, and vapors vanished from the air. Princess Emnorawyn opened her eyes and asked what they saw. Sizemore told her. Princess Emnorawyn told them the pit was the source, and it was a build-up of the dark magic. But the dark magic didn't like anyone or anything containing it, and it would not go in a ball. She also said that the dark magic seemed a bit possessive. King Rhymes asked her if they attacked the source, would it spill out like they saw and start roaming across the land? Princess Emnorawyn shook her head. I only looked at one page, Father. King Rhymes nodded his head. He understood his father's caution, and felt Queen Lackerty's caution was for the same reason. The dark magic scared them all, but getting Stygerguard's blood and then a couple of weeks later releasing an overly large dragon wasn't something they could continue fighting. There was the question of, did the enemy only make one double? And did the enemy need more blood to make another? Or did they have enough blood to make 2 or 3 more? They didn't know, but they still felt they needed to attack the source. Sizemore then asked Princess Emnorawyn to tell them what her magical balls discovered. She told them that she had called the balls back to herself because she didn't want the dark magic to take her air. Sizemore said he didn't know much about dark magic, but he thought there was an agreement, and it didn't just take a person's air, but he admitted that he didn't know what it would do to an enemy. Princess Emnorawyn then told them about the huge fortress for King Cronus that she had seen the outside of from a very long way off when she released the ball. King Cronte asked, I understand you have tremendous gifts, so I'm wondering if you could draw on a large paper the layout that you learned from your magical ball. Could you put that on paper? Princess Emnorawyn shrugged her shoulders. She didn't know, but she would try. They brought her one of the pages she had replicated from her visit to King Zargarmon's fortress, and they said she could draw on the back. Before she tried, Sizemore told her what they usually did for maps, and that was draw it smaller. Sometimes they would measure things like furlong, and make a furlong the length of hand from bottom to the tip of the middle finger, and if they could draw smaller, they would. Princess Emnorawyn understood. Everyone stood back as she closed her eyes and instructed the magic on what she wanted it to do. Prince Hadley thought this made Princess Emnorawyn the perfect scout or spy. The magic started drawing lines and rooms and halls, and soon the draw filled the large page. But King Rhymes didn't think the magic had drawn everything, so he instructed some people to bring in another page. Princess Emnorawyn opened her eyes until the next page was in place. It took 4 of the large pieces of paper to draw what she knew of the fortress, although some areas of the paper were blank. Prince Hadley looked in and put his fingers around what he thought was a room. Then he looked around the chamber they were in, and he said, If this is a room, like I think it is, then this fortress is more than huge. It is enormous. The 2 kings and Sizemore focused on where there was no drawing. They felt that was probably where the source was, but that area was in the center of the large structure. A prophet asked if they thought the other 2 enemy kings had their own sources. King Rhymes didn't know, but asked the prophet to read and see what he could find out about that. After a few minutes, looking at the drawing, Prince Hadley straightened up and asked, By attacking the source, do you mean attacking the whole fortress? Just how would we do that? In the past, we had battering rams, but with the animal people, I don't think that will do, said King Cronte. He leaned in and looked at different parts of the map. He pointed to it and said, Are there stairs to different levels? Princess Emnorawyn said, yes. She pointed to an area. I believe those are stairs there. Prince Hadley glanced at her and then leaned in to look. Did your magical ball explore different levels? Asked Sizemore. A little bit, replied Princess Emnorawyn. I can try to replicate them as well. They got more of the pages, and she replicated more of the fortress, and then showed them where the stairs matched up, and told them if the stairs went up or down. Princess Emnorawyn said, I need to send the ball back. We need to know if the animal people are there. If they're not, then... She didn't finish her sentence. The kings exchanged glances. Sizemore said, "The mudmen number in the thousands. We would have to deal with them." "How do we destroy the source?" asked Princess Emnorawyn. "I mean, given we get past the mudmen and their defenses." Sizemore put a hand on his chin. "That's a good question. I don't know. I guess if we knew how King Cronus created it, that might give us an idea of how to unmake it." Prince Hadley perked up and said, "Don't send your magic ball there. Send it to one of the other two, and look for instructions on making a dark magic source." Prince Emnorawyn looked at her father and her grandfather. Sizemore said, "That would be a feasible idea, if they can't detect your balls." "I don't know if they can or can't detect them," stated Princess Emnorawyn. "Remember when we got the people?" "Yes, but," started King Rhymes, "a person disappeared, or 21 people disappeared from their camp. They noticed that." Princess Emnorawyn nodded. Okay, writers, that is the end of chapter 30. Leave a comment on if you would have left your magic ball in the fortress with the dark magic, or if you would have called it home. Would the magic sucking out air scare you? Leave a comment on if you like Prince Hadley. If you, like Prince Hadley, also think Princess Emnorawyn is the perfect spy. Not if you like Prince Hadley, but if you think like Prince Hadley. I kind of worded that weirdly. If you think like Prince Hadley and think Princess Emnorawyn is the perfect spy. If you think that, then leave the comment. Leave a comment on Princess Emnorawyn closing her eyes and seeing pictures. Even though she could not read the foreign script, she didn't know if it's an A, a B, a C, or whatever. If they have alphabet, or if it's like the kanji in Chinese, it's like a whole picture is like a whole word. She didn't know any of that. And she's never been exposed to any foreign words or writings or languages or anything. But she closed her eyes and she started seeing pictures. So leave a comment on that. Join me Tuesday for some jargon. Join me Friday for chapter 31 of Princess Emnorawyn and Stygerguard. There are 38 chapters, so we're getting close to the end. So leave a comment on what should happen next to, finish off the story. We have, so we will be reading 31 next Friday. So we've read 30, 38 minus 38 chapters. We have 8 chapters left to get from where we are right now, finding the source, learning about the source, to finishing the book. So leave a comment on what should happen next. Maybe you think, though, it would be really cool if they got enough blood to make like 10 Stygerguard creatures, and the 10 came and killed all their dragons, and then the animal people were, I don't know what you think. I don't know how you want to proceed. So leave a comment on what you think should happen next, or what you think might happen next, or something crazy, like all the heroes dying. We are in the West. We don't like those kinds of stories. So that's a hint right there. No more context clues. I'll shut up. Visit my website, bymichaela.com. Read some character bios. If you read some, leave a comment on which ones you've read or which ones you like. All your comments will help us, writers, start conversations and build our community. Keep all comments respectful, because someone else's perspective can help you with your writing. You take that, you don't know, I don't know how that person can think like that. It's just bizarre. But as writers, we've got to pull it all in, and we've got to organize it. We can't just see things from the way we live our life and the way we see things. We've got to see antagonists, protagonists, whichever way you want them to be crossed up. You can have both of these. And then, like, in Tahia, we had the protagonist, the antagonist, and then we had the common people. Like a third party. How did they feel about these things? You know, did they want the people just to stop the magic? Did they want the people with the magic to kind of take over and take out the intact? You know, so you have all these different sides. So, if you keep your comments respectful, then people will comment. And then you'll get to see the different sides. Then you can use it. If you're not respectful, you'll shut people down. And people will stop commenting. And then your own writing will suffer. Because you won't get those ideas. Now, that we're talking about all of this stuff, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and the bell. So we can continue to write together and other people will have a higher chance of finding this video and this channel, since your likes will push the video out to a greater audience. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your participation. If you know someone who would like this video, please share it with them. This is Michaela with Write with Michaela. Bye for now.